Hey everyone, and welcome back to Office Hours. I'm Noah Zerbe. I'm a professor of global politics at Cal Poly Humboldt, and today we're going to explore a topic that many college students dream about: studying abroad. Studying abroad can be one of the most transformative experiences you'll have during your college career. But it comes with so many options and considerations, it can be a bit overwhelming. Don't worry, I'm here to help guide you through the process. We'll consider how to find the right program, where to go, the benefits, how to prepare, and of course, how to pay for it. So let's get started. First, let's talk about why you should consider studying abroad. Have you ever wondered what it might be like to live in another country, to immerse yourself in a new culture, or to gain a truly global perspective on your field of study? Studying abroad offers unique opportunities to do all of that and more. Whether it's learning a new language, gaining a deeper understanding of international issues, or stepping out of your comfort zone, studying abroad can enrich your education in ways that go far beyond the classroom. Plus, it looks great on your resume. Employers and graduate schools often see study abroad as a sign you're adaptable, culturally aware, mature, responsible, and capable of handling challenges, all qualities that are highly valued regardless of what field you wind up in. But the benefits don't stop there. Studying abroad can also lead to significant personal growth. I remember one of my students, Sarah, who studied in Japan. She came back not only highly proficient in Japanese, but also with a newfound sense of independence and confidence that transformed her academic experience. Now that we've covered the benefits, let's talk about how to find the right study abroad program for you. Start by thinking about your academic goals. What do you want to achieve during your time abroad? Are you looking to take some courses that count towards your major or minor, or are you interested in exploring a new field altogether? Some programs are going to focus on language immersion, while other programs are going to emphasize research, internships, or cultural experiences. Next, consider the location. Where do you want to go? This might seem like a simple question, but it's important to think about what kind of environment you're going to thrive in. Are you drawn to bustling streets in a major city, or would you prefer the tranquility of a smaller town? Do you want to study in a country where English is widely spoken, or are you up for the challenge of learning a new language? It's also important to research what kinds of programs are available. Some universities offer their own programs taught by their own faculty, while others partner with third-party providers or offer exchange programs with universities abroad. In the Cal State system, we have a large program, the CSU International Program, or the CSU-IP, that is a sort of a combination of these, offering semester or year-long programs taught by faculty within the system in more than 15 countries around the world. Each type of program is going to have its own advantages, and so it's important to take some time to explore your various options. And here's a crucial point. Make sure to check if the credits from your chosen program will transfer back to your home institution. You don't want to come back from your study abroad to find out that the semester that you spent there doesn't actually count towards your degree. Don't forget to talk with your academic advisor or your study abroad office. They can help you find programs that align with your academic requirements and your personal interests. They might also connect you with students who have studied abroad that can share their experiences. Once you've identified a few programs that interest you, the next question to consider is, when should you go? There's no one-size-fits-all answer to this question, but there are a few things you might consider. First, think about your academic timeline. Some students prefer to study abroad during their junior year once they've completed most of their general education requirements, but still have some flexibility in their schedule. Others might choose to go during their sophomore year or their senior year, depending upon their course load and graduation requirements. It's important to think about the timing of your study abroad experience in relation to your overall college experience. For example, if you're involved in clubs, sports, or extracurricular activities, you might want to consider how study abroad will impact these commitments. Don't forget to consider the academic calendar of the country that you're interested in. In different countries, the academic year starts and ends at different times than in the US, so make sure that which country you're going to study in, the calendar aligns with the academic calendar and your academic plan. And don't forget about summer study abroad programs, which might offer an easier way to fit study abroad into your academic and personal schedule. Ultimately, the best time to study abroad is when it makes the most sense for you academically, personally, and financially. Once you've decided on a program and when to go, it's time to start preparing for your adventure. First, make sure you have all the necessary documents. This includes a valid passport, and depending upon your destination, you might also need a student visa. Start this process early, as obtaining a visa can often take far longer than you anticipate it will. Next, research your destination. Learn about the local culture, the customs, and language. The more you know before you arrive, the smoother your transition will likely be. Consider taking a language course or use a language learning app that gives you a head start in the country you're going to if English isn't the primary language. You also might want to think about health and safety. Make sure that you have all the necessary vaccinations, that your health insurance covers you while you're abroad. If not, consider looking into travel insurance that includes health coverage. Packing is another important part of your trip. Be mindful of the climate and cultural norms of the country you're going to be visiting, and it's a good idea to pack light as you'll be moving around and don't want to be weighed down by heavy luggage. You'll also have far more that you're bringing back than you bring with you. Don't forget to plan on how to stay connected with family and friends back home. Research phone plans or apps like WhatsApp that allow for inexpensive or even free international communication. Lastly, set some goals for your time abroad. What do you hope to achieve? Whether it's mastering a new language, building a global network, or simply experiencing a new culture, being clear about your plans and having clear goals can help you make the most of the experience. One of the biggest concerns students have about studying abroad is the cost. But don't let that deter you. There are a lot of ways to make study abroad more affordable. Start by researching scholarships and grants that are specifically offered for study abroad. Many universities and a lot of external organizations offer financial assistance to help cover the cost. The earlier you start looking, the more opportunities you'll likely find. You might also consider using federal financial aid, which can often be applied to study abroad programs. Talk to your financial aid office to see what options might be available to you. In addition to scholarships and financial aid, some students choose part-time work while studying abroad to help cover their expenses. If you choose this option, just make sure that you check the regulations of your host country, as some countries have strict regulations or restrictions on student employment. Finally, think about budgeting and saving in advance. Start setting aside some money to help pay for your trip as early as possible, and look for ways to cut costs while you're abroad, such as cooking at home or taking advantage of student discounts. And one thing to remember is that programs can vary significantly in cost, often depending upon the length and nature of the program and the country you'll be studying in. Some third-party programs can be very expensive, and university-led programs might be cheaper. And studying in some countries, especially in the global south, can be significantly less expensive than studying in major cities like Tokyo, London, or Paris. If you're flexible, you can really find some good deals on programs, some of which you might be surprised to learn can even be less expensive than a semester at your home institution. Remember that studying abroad is an investment in your education and your personal growth. With careful planning and resourcefulness, it's an opportunity that's definitely within reach. While studying abroad is an incredible experience, it's not without its challenges. You might face culture shock, homesickness, or language barriers. The key is to approach these challenges as opportunities for growth. For example, if you're struggling with the language, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Locals often appreciate that you're making an effort to speak their language. Join language groups or find a conversation partner to practice with. If you're feeling homesick, try to stay connected with your support system back home while also immersing yourself in your new environment. Join student groups, participate in local events, and make an effort to build relationship with local students and other international students. Remember, it's normal to face these kinds of challenges. They're part of the learning experience and often lead to the most significant personal growth. Studying abroad is an incredible opportunity that can enrich your college experience in so many ways. Indeed, I still look back incredibly fondly at my own time in Russia more than 30 years ago. From gaining a global perspective to developing new skills and making lifelong memories, the benefits are immense. But it's also a big commitment, so take the time to find the right program, to prepare thoroughly, and to consider the financial aspects. With the right approach, study abroad can be one of the most rewarding experiences of your college career. The impacts of studying abroad can extend far beyond your college years. Many students find that their time abroad shapes their career paths, their worldviews, and their personal relationships for years to come. So, are you ready to take the leap and explore the world? Thanks for joining me in this episode of Office Hours. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future content. And if you have any questions or topics you'd like me to consider in future episodes, drop them in the comments section below. Until next time, keep exploring, stay curious, and get ready for the adventure of a lifetime.